I can't see anyone, but
That's okay. You usually can't. You'll just be able to hear their voices when they ask you
sweet.
questions.
All good. Okay. Hey, Arabella.
Cool. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. I'm really good.
Good. How's dad life?
Yeah, it's awesome and interesting. Not too much these days. I saw my son just before on a
Yeah, of
video
course,
camera.
because we're in. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's very different, eh? Do you have any
I
kids?
bet. No, I don't.
Oh
Child free.
no, it's definitely a life changer.
I bet. All right, we'll kick things off with Brad Lewis from News Hub.
Cool.
Brother Shane, how are you, bro?
Hey, kia ora, Brad. Good to hear you, bro.
Yeah, you too, man. Hey, look, man, it seems like it's been about 20 years since you last had a UFC fight. I know it's only been 18 months. How's the body feeling, man? Like you must be just like jumping out of your skin to get back in the cage.
Mentally, I'm jumping out of my skin to get into the cage. Physically, it's been a long road to recovery. It's actually been, I think, 1 full year since like I got the injury. And looking back on it as 1 year, that's solid. That's good because it was a pretty hectic injury. But being able to train is just the most. That was the one that was getting me not being able to train like how I used to. So being able to do that, that's a big tick in the box. And now competing in 5.5 weeks with my brothers, that's a big tick in the box. So yeah, it's pretty
And,
good.
and how how are you enjoying? Like you mentioned, training's been was the hardest thing to get your mind over, but now that you're sort of spending 24/7 in the gym where you can train at any time of the day, I guess, do you think that's almost, I mean, not a blessing in disguise, but almost a positive for you?
Yeah, it's sometimes strange how life works because you go from in 1 year not being able to train and being able to come into the gym, but just being able to look at the boys. And I found that like quite a struggle watching on the sidelines. But I actually took a page out of my friend Carlos Ulberg's book, and I tried to spend more time just watching the gym, learning in that way. But to go from that, where I'm just on the sidelines watching, to now this is actually my home for the foreseeable future. Like that's a good tale. Yeah, it's definitely a positive, 100%, and it's more of a positive because of that negative, well, perceived negative that I had a year ago with not being able to train. So extra blessings in disguise.
And you had a bit of a commentary stint for Sky Television alongside Mike Ango for a couple of fight nights. How'd you enjoy that?
Yeah, that was fun. That was really fun. I love watching Aotearoa, so Kiwi combat sports people duke it out on our land. It's you see some of the best fights in the world, and I get to be right there, right next to the ring, just looking, commentating. Half the time I'm just going, whoa, wow, huh? But it's definitely the best seat in the house, and with one of the best in the business, Mike Angove as well, Lightning Mike Angove.
Nice plug for Mikey. Final
Yeah.
question from me, bro. Just heard basically that you're a new dad. Has that changed your perspective at all on the fight game in terms of what you're doing this for?
Yeah, definitely. It's changed my perspective. Changed my perspective? No, it hasn't changed my perspective about the fight sport because I don't know. I was like always kind of keen to be a dad, but it's changed my motivation and my changed things inside my mind around my motivations to fight for sure, 100%. Like just lit a mean fire under my bum bum.
All right, bro. Hey, wish you all the best, my bro, and yeah, go well, man.
Thank you, Brad. Ka kite.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Brad. I'm going to go to Chris now from New Zealand Herald.
Yay, my man, Chris.
Hey, brother, how are you?
Chris, how are you, bro?
I'm not too bad, man. Yourself?
Hey, is this under embargo? Nah. Wait, are we on? Well, anyway, that was funny, that thing on Twitter I saw, because I don't really Twitter, and then I saw, some removed the message. Like, yeah, Chris, my back. But we good.
Yeah, man, you know. So I guess, yeah, your fight's finally been announced. Nate Landwe is a pretty violent opponent. Like you said, after the Austin Arnett fight, you wish you didn't like those violent scraps, but you do. You expecting another one this time around?
Yeah. I'm like a flip flopper. sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do this, and then I'm actually doing the thing. I'm like, man, I love this stuff. So yeah, I do expect it to be very violent. I'm just aiming for most of the violence to be directed towards Landwe and his mug, and then a lot of shoot, 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 not landing here. But either way, there's going to be a lot of activity because I know like he keeps a high work rate. So I'm a fan of high work rate fights. Like I'm not a fan of people. I'm not one of the people that's going to buy a UFC Knockouts 9 video and watch people get knocked out over and over. But I like seeing people get touch, whack, whack, whack a lot. And I think we're definitely going to be working each other. It's not going to be just one person pressing the action and the other person just trying to avoid it. It's going to be both of us pressing the action, and violence will ensue.
Just on that, I guess, obviously you haven't fought for a little while. How important is your cardio training coming into this fight if you're expecting it to be like that?
It's as important as it's always been. It's never there's no difference with me being out of it. So it's been 18 months. I don't believe in ring rust. I believe in ring rust. If you don't train for that 18 months, then it's just called being unfit. But that's not what we do here in boxing. So now there's no worries in terms of that. It's just understanding that as an athlete, you grow and grow through each level as you keep. Each fight camp helps that thing grow and grow. So looking at him, I think he's 32. I'm 27. Like, yeah, I believe that I can outwork him, and I believe when I'm 32 and he's 38, I'll probably kill him. Nah.
And just on those 18 months you've spent out, obviously you had basically your whole life change during that time. Just how has that been for you, sitting and waiting to get back to work?
It's actually been like this. Oh no, it was like this first. So down, up, down, up. But it was a good thing because well, I'm trying to find the positives of it because a lot of stuff that did happen while I was away from fighting, I probably could have just not done. I just had to learn the hard way. But with my son being here, being reinvigorated with fighting stuff, because it was pretty touch and go for a little while, and then with the injury on top of things, it was like getting me down sort of physically and mentally, and then like gonna hit you spiritually. So it was like it was uh it was like almost, I don't know how to say it the right way, but getting to the point where I was questioning whether this was worth it. But then some people get scared, well, fighters will get scared when they start asking stuff like that. But I actually think I needed to ask that because here I am. Like obviously the answer was yes. So it was good bit having that time to have that introspective stuff over a long time. But long story short, let's just keep fighting to the death.
I guess just finally from me, you've been pretty outspoken about supporting mental health since your fight against Rolando D a little while ago. Just from what you've learned from your own experiences and advocating that, were you able to apply anything to your own life over the last few months that kind of helped you tick on through?
Yeah. Oh, just to clarify with that stuff, it's actually with becoming, what would you call it, a mental health ambassador. But it all happened like organically through me. I didn't speak up on it. I just said, oh, I want to take a break. So I went back home after that fight, and then it just like some little, not little, sorry, but some reporter got it out of me that I was having mental health issues, but I didn't know that's what you call it. I was just like, oh, I'm just real sad. Um, that's how it came out, and then from there, kind of, I don't know. There's something powerful about maybe speaking up on it because then it like fast tracks what needs to be done, the process. So that's when after Osinanet, because I've been through that I spoke on it, and from then to now, I have been utilizing some tools, but not really tools that were sought out. I feel like these were tools that were already within me from possibly my culture, I think, or just something, yeah, that there's like an innate knowledge inside all of us, and I leaned into it, which turned to a lot of sad times, I guess, or feeling like they were sad, but looking back on it now, I saw they were healing times. So I was like, what did I do? Basically cried a lot. Nah. but yeah, doing some healing with that stuff, and now it's just a lot of I treat mental health as much as my physical health. So I got to train twice a day. Well, we train like 4, 5, 7. If I train 18 times a day in my body, I got to at least train my mind twice. So in the morning, do a little something. At night time, do a little something. And then if I'm feeling like a bit overwhelmed during the day, have some sort of practice for a reset. But I'm not a paid counselor or anything, so this is just my stuff. But in future, I might have some good actual tips. But yeah, great question.
Cheers, bro. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a grown man crying.
Yeah, especially after he knocks someone out and wins a world title.
Hey, sweet, brother. Thanks for that.
Thanks, Chris. Talk soon, bro.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, Chris. We're just going to go back to Brad Lewis, who's got another question for you.
Oh, can't bite.
So, sorry, bro. Hey, sitting at my little ringside seat at UFC Auckland, every time I look to my right to that little CKB bubble, the only two people that I saw there for every fight were yourself and Dan's wife. What was that like for you? Just the crowd was insane, Chan. I'm just wondering from your perspective. I know you were going through some stuff with your body and that, but what was that like sitting there watching your brothers perform at just such an elite level inside the octagon with, 10,000 Kiwis cheering them on at every moment?
Awesome. I'm so glad you asked that question because the thing about that question is I can't actually describe it in words, but as you're speaking about it, my hands are getting sweaty. My heart was like pumping a little bit. I'm feeling like happy feelings, but it's like it was just a special moment in time to be, and I was so blessed to be able to be just sitting there ringside and not in the back. When you're in the back, you're not focused on the event as a whole. You're just focused on what am I about to do? That 15 minutes that you've got to work. And then after that, you're like, oh, yeah, you start coming to and you're like, wow, cool, look at all this stuff going on. But you're not thinking about that when you're in it. But for me, I was able to, from the start, I even got to host an really cool after party. And not that that matters, but yeah, being just a straight up UFC fan, I guess, sitting here and watching it. But then there was a point when after Dan came out, after he fought Paul Felder and he came out and he was like shaking all our hands and I was just like, whoa, this is so intense. Like, we just won. The whole of Spark Arena was just going crazy for that whole time. For like 5 whole minutes, people are just like, whoa. Where they're all like looking at Dan, what he's doing. And I was like, man, this is so amazing. And then he comes up to me, shakes my hand. He's like, Hongi. And I was like, yes, brother. And then we had a like head butted smash and then pulled away. And I was like, wow, it was just, that was so special. And that moment would not have been possible if I was fighting. I would have been out the back. I would have had my fight, dropped some man, finished him, gone to the back, like, oh, yeah, cool. And then I would have just been watching from the TV screens because they don't actually let you out into the crowd just for safety reasons. So I would have just been watching the TV screens and been like, oh, man, yeah, Dan, woohoo. But it's a whole nother experience being there. That's why you guys should definitely buy the next fight here in New Zealand. But, yeah.
Hey, and final question it's on that. And watching your teammate Dan, obviously Kai and Brad had awesome performances as well, but Dan took himself to a place that he probably never been before. And just to see someone that you spend every day of your life with, training with, go through that to get the W, with his daughter and his wife and his family at ringside, and his brothers, as I said, that must have been an extreme moment of pride for you as well.
Ooh, I don't know if pride's the word because proud of Dan's achievements.
Yeah.
His achievements. Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, proud of him. Yeah, like I get proud of all my brothers when I see them doing things, not just even with fighting, but like yeah, seeing Dan bring a father is like so amazing as well. But yeah, those moments like that, I was referring to a question about someone earlier, and I was talking about how I went through like this weird phase, and I was questioning whether this lifestyle, not this lifestyle, but putting my body and mind through these ordeals, knowing, I was asking myself if it was worth it. But moments like that, just that one is worth the whole lifetime. But then I remember you got to keep doing this thing to the end. You can't just jump out now like, oh, I had my one moment, like, cool, I'm gonna let you guys do it now. I got to be here for the brothers. So yeah, that was super motivating, epic. What's another cool fantabulous, all of those adjectives?
Awesome, bro. Kia kaha, bro, and all the best for the fight.
Modi order, brother. Thank you, Brad.
All right, Shane, you're all done. We're all done. Yes.
Thank you, Miss Stubbs.
You are so welcome. Have fun. Good luck. I'm sure we'll speak before you fight as well.
Yep. Hopefully, you're not allowed to tell any details. Anyway, kapai. Have a great.
See you guys.
See ya.
Thank you so much.